thing. This is your fault, not my fault, I swear.
Oh, it's my fault now. Okay.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's all good.
I don't know about you. I'm so excited. I nut.
Oh, why are you nutting? Like,
I'm so excited. I nut.
You're so excited. You're okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of the FoxFire Podcast. I almost said the other word, which would have got us in trouble.
The FoxFire?
No, the What? No, the FoxFire. The FoxFire Podcast, Ember. This is our very first episode. We're debuting. We're trying to be as say so as possible, which is a big lie, by the way, but that's okay.
I try to be as tame as I can, but it's just, lewd humor is too funny.
I mean, you know me, and that's how we met. Anyways, everyone, like I said, this is the very first episode of the FoxFire Podcast. I am your host, Celestia Renarde, and next to me is my co-host, Emberly Ignis. Hello.
Well, I guess that makes us both co-hosts. So it's like we're like both co-hosts. It's not really like no hosts.
Yeah, you mean
we're just co-hosts?
we're just hosts at this point. We're the hosts with the most.
The hosts of the hosts of the hosts.
So, hello everyone. Basically, to describe what the FoxFire Podcast is, it is more or less a podcast where Ember and I basically talk about nonsense for about 2 to 3 hours, and we'll have a guest with us each episode. So tonight's guest, we'll be having someone named Demon Queen Azazel, who is a very good friend of ours, by the way. She's really knowledgeable in more or less of like everything. Like, she's really smart. Like, and go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, I know Azazel isn't gonna be coming on till like 8 o'clock because we wanted to take some time to sort of introduce each other and introduce ourselves.
It's true.
So I wanted to see if maybe like you wanted to introduce yourself first.
Oh well, I can introduce myself, no problem. But as y'all would know and probably don't know at the same time, I am Celestia Renarde. I am a fox girl, and I am incredibly dummy and a great gremlin. However, though, besides those points, I am very knowledgeable in a lot of weird niche things like the paranormal, the wrestling. I really like sci-fi. Like I just know random facts about Star Trek. I don't know why. It's Star Trek and Star Wars. And I also stream like every 2 days a week. What days are those? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
That's how that goes.
It's usually how it goes. So I mostly stream fighting games, and I stream MMOs, and that's basically about it, really. I don't stream anything else. Like, maybe I'll do a stream of like VR chat someday, but we'll figure it out though.
Yeah.
What about you, Ember? Who are you? Ember?
Who am I? Who am I, you say?
Yeah.
So I am a punk dragon VTuber. And I basically do a lot of content that's focused on LGBTQA plus advocacy. I'm a furry degenerate. I'm an entertainer on both YouTube and Twitch. And I do a lot of content focused around variety. So sometimes I'm doing games. Sometimes I do like talk and debate topics. So that's what I got. So yeah, that's me. That's us. This is actually a good segue, I think, because I wanted us to sort of talk a little bit about like how could you kind of tell me the story of how we met? Like, what
how
was,
we met?
Your first impression of me? Yeah.
Well, how we met was a oh man, oh dear. Well, where do I start with this one? Basically, how we met was that Ember discovered me on Twitter first, and as some of you would know me on Twitter, I do a lot of like weird lewd gremlin posting on Twitter, and I know the Twitter game and how it works, and that's how Ember discovered me. And I do believe you said like I was like the only trans VTuber you met at the time.
Yeah, you're the only one I knew of, because I was like a babby to like the VTuber community, so I didn't really know like any other like trans VTubers out there. I wasn't that well networked yet, so I was looking around, and I'm like, first post I saw was like of this. I just kept seeing pictures of this this fox girl, and I'm like, this is an interesting profile. Let me go click on their bio and see what they're about. And I saw like the trans flag and stuff in there. I was like, oh, I'm like, another trans VTuber streamer. This is something I don't ordinarily see. We need some more of that representation. So like that's when I like gave you a follow, and I remember I wanted to reach out to do like a interview thing because I wanted to like talk about like LGBTQ plus topics, and I think we did like 2 bits of content together. One of them was focused on like interviewing about your experiences and coming out and stuff, and then we did a second one that was focused around voice training, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did 2 podcasts. Not 2 podcasts. We did like 2 interviews like with each other earlier, like last year, and we kind of went over time for both of them, like almost 3 hours. And I had to get reminded, hey Amber, you got some other points here. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta get to those. It's like we've been on tangenting, and this also happens to us in VR chat. We hang on VR chat sometimes. And there are times we've been in VR chat just like talking about nonsense for like 2-3 hours at a time. So I was like, why don't just do a podcast about this? We'll just do this. And we planned this out since what, November, I think it was?
Yeah, something like that. Definitely. I remember how long have we known each other now?
I was working at Spirit Halloween at the time, so probably September, I think. August, September, around that. Yeah.
August. Yeah, I think that's when like we started hanging out regularly. I know I first reached out for a collab in August.
Yes.
I reached out in August because that was my birthday stream.
Oh, that's right. That was your birthday stream. That's right. Yeah. I was a part of that.
Yes.
Yes, I remember now. That feels like it was 3 years ago. Oh my God, what's going on?
And I remember, it was you who brought up the idea of the podcast.
Yeah, because it's just like I said, every time we hang out in VR chat, it's just 3 to 4 hours of just nonsense of us talking about nothing. It's like, just make a podcast about this.
Well, I mean, we talk about some interesting shit. It's just like, so I wouldn't say it's nothing.
Well, that's true. I mean, we did talk about 3 hours about a certain coin, you know.
Goblin coin?
Yeah, Goblin coin. Yes, I love Goblin coin. Everyone invest in Goblin coin.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Goblin these nuts.
And Goblin these like, you're grounded, by the way.
I'm in the ground already.
Yes,
I'm in hell.
But yeah, that's basically how we met, more or less, because she discovered me through my looting on Twitter, and then here we are being the closest of friends, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
we're basically making out at this point. So
yeah, more or less. Yeah, I'm just saying, if you don't make it with your homies, then like, what are you doing? And also, I'd like to say, since this podcast is indeed going on YouTube, we will be reading chat, because I'm not sure if Spotify will allow our podcast to go on there or anything like that sort, but...
I feel... Okay, well, Spotify allows the Joe Rogan podcast to exist. I'm pretty sure they would allow for our podcast.
I am not ready to open that can of worms.
I think we are fine.
That's
we
fair.
Are totally fine.
That's fair. However, though, so in the future, I think I mentioned as Ember. I don't remember if I did or not. I did mention. No, I didn't mention. Never mind. That we should probably take questions from the audience at some point during the stream. Not at the end of the stream, but like maybe halfway through the stream.
So before we get into that, though, I actually have some questions prepared for you.
What? Oh, don't do this to me, Ember. Oh, God.
I'm throwing you on the spot.
All right, here we go again.
You on the spot. This is off the. This is not on the outline. All right.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot. Okay.
All right. Hit me with it.
So tell me. I mean, and these are questions I'm probably going to answer too, actually, because
that's fair.
We're starting a podcast and everything, so I feel like having some lead-on questions would be pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
It doesn't have to be VTuber. It could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like content creator that you would like want to collab with? It could be anybody.
Any streamer I want to collab with.
Any streamer, anybody. Not even outside of streaming, like anybody.
Lythero. 100% Lythero.
Lythero?
Yeah,
okay,
Lythero's I've come to respect and be like, I respect Lythero. I'm like very like inspired by the content he does, and it's just, I don't know, just what he's basically personified me, but in Ireland. And I don't, he just seems like a cool guy to hang out with and just like chill and shoot the shit with and just like converse with, play video games with and whatnot. And he's just somebody I just want to play video games with at some point. You know?
Yeah. I know for myself, someone I always want to collab with, definitely, and this is actually not too big a stretch. I want to collab with, have you ever heard of the VTuber named Randon? Randon the orc.
Yes, Randon. Yes, it's
Yeah,
him.
I love Randon.
He was on Takahata streams a few times. He's great.
Yeah.
Like, he's the business orc, right?
Yeah.
Him. Yeah, he's great. I love his stuff because
his streams are great. He's down to earth to talk to.
Mhm.
He's just a great guy. Very entertaining.
He's also very smart. Like, he's very smart in the office sense and whatnot. Like, he knows how corporate works.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he works a corporate job. I think
I'm
that's
pretty
where
sure
like
too.
he gets that from. Yeah, but I love watching his streams are just a treat.
Yes, I agree.
I actually rated his Twitch last night because he was streaming on Twitch. He streams on Twitch when he's like doing like off schedule streams, which I think is pretty smart.
Yeah,
but like he like schedules on Twitch for like his off schedule streams, and he was doing one of those yesterday, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to raid Randon. Yes.
Honestly, like I just like down to earth streamers. Really, like they're just more relatable and whatnot. Or the ones that have like crazy like cartoony antics like Lythero does. Like, he has a soundboard, his little animations that he does when he's like angry, dying, or just completely sad and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like so, that's why we got Stream Deck, because I also want to kind of do the same thing. I'm not stealing from you, Lythero. I'm just saying right now, like it helped inspire me to be better at my creating of content, more or less, is because I'm watching him. And I just want to make sound. I just want soundboards, soundboard effects and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, his take is very unique. I really do like his approach to like virtual streaming.
It's just, but the thing is that because his name is Lee, by the way, and people ask him, "Are you a VTuber?" And he says, "No, I'm a Lee-tuber."
Lee-tuber. He's
a Lee-tuber, and it's honestly it's very smart for him to say that too. By the way, like
yeah, and like what are some guests that you want to see in the podcast?
Some guests on the podcast?
What guests would you want to see in the podcast?
Oh dear. Okay. Well, these might age badly. Who knows? But
yeah. Okay.
I'll make a list though for now. For sure, Deb. We're gonna Deborah Marmalia, because I want to talk to her. She's a great VTuber, great fighting game player, very knowledgeable in that regard and whatnot. And it's just she has so much knowledge about how fighting game frame data works too. It's nuts. Lythero for sure. That's a stretch though. That's like oh man, did I just reach out to Lythero?
Yeah.
Let's reach out to that man. Let's see, who else do I want on the podcast at some point? There's a couple of names I can think of right now. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Oh wait, that was just a bit. Let's get Kat on here. Reason I say Kat is because, not just because I'm dating her, but because she knows so much about computer. Not only just computer science. She has knowledge about everything. I'm starting to learn, by the way. Like she knows like computer science knowledge. She knows Greek history. She knows like different geometry. Where's geometry? That one. She knows so much about math. It's bonkers. Like,
yeah, I had
and
her
computers.
on my stream one time in VR chat. She
knows so much, and that would be a very interesting thing to have. Like just have someone here just nerding out about all of that, because that's stuff we don't know anything about. I'm not gonna lie. I may have a computer. I may not know how to click a button and hit keyboards and whatnot to make the game go faster.
We're smooth-brained.
We're very smooth brains. I don't have any wrinkles in this brain. So we need someone in the stream that actually has wrinkles in the brain. So definitely Kat. How about you, Ember? How about you?
Oh, I have a big list. One of the big ones I want to interview. To interview. So like you know me, like I've been like dipping my toes in the furry community and stuff, and I really want to get like a lot of furries in on this show, because like it's fucking insane how like knowledgeable and smart some furries are, and like there's a lot of like furries that are like in tech, in like NASA, in like vaccine. Like the one I want to get specifically is Chisei, or at Sailoroo Scout on Twitter. So they are a vaccine research. They do vaccine research and development, and actually helped make one of the COVID vaccines, I believe.
Wait,
Like,
wasn't she one of the people who worked in Moderna?
I think Moderna was one of them. I'm not sure.
Because I know for a fact one of the higher ups in Moderna is a furry.
Yeah, like, so I really want to get them. I want to pick their brain and sort of really get an idea. Like it's just, there's so many furries that do really cool shit. I want to pick their brains. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. It's just so cool, you know.
Yeah, because I want to learn how vaccines work and like how they actually work and whatnot. And how do you like get to creating one? Because that is something I know nothing about.
I mean, like vaccines are the hot topic. Yeah, I mean, and it would be cool to like bring on something that's like educational and we learn shit. You know. Like,
I mean, my smooth fox brain go, oh boy, this clear liquid goes in my arm and protects me from the virus. It does a thing, protect me from a virus after a massive headache for a week. Then I'm good to go. Like that's all I know it does.
Yeah, I mean the science behind it's pretty good for me, you know. Like I'm pretty about that. Like I love deep diving on that shit.
It's the same thing with me and my HRT injections. It's like, oh, clear liquid go in thigh gives me boobies. Yay. That's how it works, right?
Yeah. Now is there any content you always wanted to do that you haven't done?
Oh god, there's not gonna lie, back in the day I was heavily into the Let's Play era of YouTube for a while. But that meta's kind of gone now, so I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like it's kind of like the people who won that part already won it, basically.
Yeah, they've already won. Like people like Jesse Cox, Krendor, Mathis, like those guys already won that meta more or less. Marka Poo Poo, Jack of Pick Pie, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do at some point want to do VR chat streams with full body where I go around to random worlds and like just interview people randomly, be like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to do that, but I'm terrified.
And this is why we
like,
hold
if you
hands.
go to like a public lobby, you'll get like some edgy 14-year-old that makes like horrible jokes.
Yeah, they'll yell like the N-word, and it's like, that's cool. That's fantastic. It's like, why would you do that, sir?
Like, ruined stream. Gotta delete the VOD.
Gotta delete everything, because if I don't delete everything, it's gonna be gone.
Fucking broke my shit.
Yeah, but, basically. I also want to do comedy videos as like in SFM or like in the VR chat with my model, because I can easily think of a bunch of good skits for that and whatnot. But the problem though is that I don't have the technology for it, unfortunately, at the moment. It's either that or I need a source filmmaker model for Celestia, and learn SFM, because as far as I'm aware, SFM is really easy to learn, but it's just like my brain looks and goes like, buttons do things. I make funny face. I make Gmod face. Like that's definitely something I want to do. I want to do more comedy videos, because I'm not gonna lie, last year I just did a lot of like semi-serious streams with like streaming Siege and like these hardcore shooters, and it's like, no, that's not me. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
What about you though? What kind of content do you want to make?
So, not necessarily like want to make, but like I've had ideas that I've maybe put into like a war chest of ideas, or just like kind of shelved because I'm like, I don't know how I would approach it. But like the two big ones is I wanted to do like content that's like focused around, because a part of my background, I actually am fully self-employed. I actually run multiple businesses, like as like my full-time income sort of deal. And so like, and I actually have my boyfriend helping me with him as well. So neither of us, both of us are self-employed. Like neither of us are under an employer. So like we do everything ourselves. And like I really wanted to like do like YouTube videos or something, like talking about that journey and talking about like business stuff, how to get like an LLC and like stuff like that. And I also wanted to do like content about like personal finance, because I was sort of in a place where like I was paycheck to paycheck with things and was extremely fucking frugal, and like I wanted to do like frugal like budgeting tips and stuff like that for videos. But it was like I kept trying to like suss it out. I actually made a Reddit thread even asking people like how well it would be received, and I actually had a lot of really positive feedback on it. Like
really?
I had over 300 people on that thread. But it was like I never went through with it, specifically on the merit that like I have some issues, especially as of recent. I have some issues with like the business and finance sector of YouTube. And it's also like from an ethical standpoint, I'm trying to figure out like how ethical that would be, because I don't want to like be in a position where people take what I say as financial advice or take what I say, you know what I mean? So it's like it's really like a sketchy and gray area. And like, I don't want to be the guru. I don't want to be like the know-it-all or, oh, listen to what I have to say about this and that. But at the same time, I'm conflicted because I'm very big on like financial literacy, because like in fucking like high school they don't tell you how to like do your taxes or how to like manage your credit score or how to build your business's credit score or how to do any of that shit. I had to learn all this shit on my own, and on the way I made a fuck ton of mistakes because they just don't teach you this shit.
They really
don't.
I
was just like I'm just like, okay, well, I was just kind of like flying at the handle on it. And it's like and another reason is because I'm still learning shit about all this, you know? Like I'm still learning shit, I'm still making mistakes. So I'm like, am I really qualified? You know, and I'm sure like I could give good advice and like have like some valuable experiences and content to share. But it's like one of those things, it's an ethical gray area. And while like I'm sure it would be recepted very well, I don't want to put myself in a place where people see me as a guru, see me as someone they take advice from, because I myself am still learning a lot.
Yeah, I feel that too, actually, because as someone who has a degree in psychology, I don't have my doctorate.
Yeah.
But when somebody asks me like for like advice and whatnot, and it's just like, okay, I'm letting you know that like I'm not a licensed psychologist. Don't take what I say as like actual advice from a psychologist. I'm just gonna give you generalized advice that would help for other people and whatnot. And unfortunately, with people knowing that I'm, like I said, I have a degree in psychology, it's a problem though, is that like people are like, oh, but can you help me go through this and blah blah blah, like can you give me actual advice? And I'm like, I can't, like legally I can't, because whatever advice I give you and you follow it, both of us get in trouble for that. Like we're both liable for that. So I feel that though, because like you're very knowledgeable in the accounting area and the business side of things, but you don't want to be like the person that everyone listens to and whatnot.
Because I don't know, I feel like the like entrepreneur business guru space on YouTube is just incredibly fucking cringy right now, especially with how many like crypto scams have been like being born from them.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of like business and finance YouTubers I followed that I really looked up to, I loved, and I learned a lot from early on in my journey, who now they're shilling crypto, they're selling crypto, and they're just cashing out of their followers. And it's just like, I don't respect you anymore, and I unfollowed you. Some of them have turned into crypto channels completely. Like they no longer do personal finance or anything like that. They just do crypto, and it's just like, I understand there's a lot of crypto clout right now. Like if you make a YouTube video on crypto, it's gonna get a decent amount of views just by default. But like, I get it. But at the same time, there's like, if you're cashing out, like that's definitely ethically shitty. And someday the SEC is gonna crack down on that, and that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good on them. It's gonna be very bad day for them.
You see here, we were gonna make crypto /NFTs our first episode, but we basically boil it down to it's bad.
Yeah, that's where that is. Yeah, so like that's where my brain is with it right now. It's like I really wanted to do it at first, and then like the space got really cringy, and like it was also like ethical dilemma in my head. So it's just like
it was also in the past like 3 months since us planning the podcast. Like it went to hell. It's still in hell right now. It's gone.
Oh yeah,
it's going down fast. It's just it's not even worth talking about anymore, really, because it's like I keep reading these stories of like how like OpenSea got hacked and all these people getting scammed by NFT people now, and all these NFT bros are all like, oh no, I got scammed again. What shall I do? Fall for another scam? It's just like there's nothing much for us to say anymore. Like karma's already happening. It's already happening.
It's just people falling for scams, which I mean, I think eventually people were smart enough to that.
Oh, you think?
I mean, you think. Yeah, I mean, of course.
Exactly. So, like I said, we're not gonna do a crypto episode. Probably, most likely, it's not gonna happen. If you guys are hoping for that to happen, I apologize. It's just not gonna happen, everyone.
I think the metaverse would be a decent topic to cover though, because no one's really talking about that, and there's a lot.
Have you seen that video of like the metaverse? Where like, yeah, yo, come to this rave in the metaverse. It is so bopping. It's like you all look like kids in a middle school sock hop, just like standing around doing nothing.
I would rather fucking watch my car get stolen than go into fucking Mark Zuckerberg's fucking metaverse.
I'm just saying.
I swear to God, that would be way more entertaining for me.
I'm just saying, go to VR chat. It's just so much better.
Yeah, VR chat's just better. I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to. I feel bad even like acknowledging metaverse. Like I hate it when people like talk about the metaverse as if it's like the new term for VR. I call it VR. Yeah, it's not. It's just Mark Zuckerberg's trying to take ownership of something he never had ownership of in the first place.
It's Mark Zuckerberg going like, "Yo, VR chat's popular. Why can't I do that?" And it's like, you could do that, but you're gonna do it worse.
You're gonna commercialize it and like capitalize the shit out of it. Like you think VR chat plus is bad? Wait till you see what Mark Zuckerberg's gonna do. I know,
like VR Chat Plus. I'm not gonna lie. Someone's been using it since it got integrated. It's fine. It's good for what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not perfect, but it's perfally fine for what it is.
I just subbed it so that I could put my models in, and then I unsubbed after I became a known user.
I also like favorite like 100 avatars as well. So. It's like here is my normal folder, here is my meme folder, here is my folder. I'm not gonna say what it is, and here's my whatever I want to do folder.
Yeah. So moving on to the next question though, before we get too off topic.
Yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
Talkies.
Ah. Aha.
Are you surprised?
No. But I thought you were gonna say something else, and it would have been the same answer. For me, it's Taco Bell.
Wait. Whoa, back up. What was the answer that you thought I was gonna say?
Taco Bell. Because it was like Takis, Taco Bell. I was like, oh my god, if you say Taco Bell, we're literally gonna like twinsies on this question.
But listen, it's for me, it's Taco Bell, Takis, coffee, meat sticks. And that's it. Like those are the big four for me. Like I can't stop eating those. I don't know why.
For me, it's like it's Taco Bell. It's like it's very specific. McDonald's French fries. If I have a very heavy sodium craving, I'll have an urge to go to McDonald's and just get a large fry and nothing else.
Yo, that's a big mood though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, just realized something. 1 second. I acknowledged it, but there we go. Fixed it. Hi. I had to fix something. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
I could have done it silently, but that's just not how my brain works.
Done what silently?
Don't worry about it. If you know, you know. The real ones will know. But yeah, so for real, McDonald's French fries. Like I used to work at McDonald's for 3 months, and that's all I ordered for my lunchtime was just like 2 large fries.
Yeah.
That's all we get.
It's like the fries are the only thing that's really still good.
Yeah, and the worst part is
and their McChicken. Their McChicken's actually pretty decent.
Okay. So hear me out. In Canada, where first time I HRT, I worked in a Canadian McDonald's. I ordered 2. So as about the time when I first time HRT, like the first 6 months, and I worked there for 3 months of those 6 months, and the salt cravings in the first month are not first month. After the first month is just absolutely crazy bananas insane. Like you just crave it. Like you'll just put it in your hand and lick it and whatnot. You'll want salt licks.
Yeah.
So when I worked at McDonald's, like I said, I got 2 large fries, and back in Canada, there's 2 chickens. It's called the McChicken and a junior chicken.
Junior.
So the junior chicken is smaller than the McChicken, has more mayo, some lettuce, and it's a little spicier than the McChicken, and it's also cheaper, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So the junior chicken is like $2.50 Canadian. And back before that though, like a couple years before that, they're only like $2 each. So it's like I can get like 10 of those for like $20. It's like not $20. Yes, $20. I can math.
Yeah.
I can math. And it was really good. Like especially when you're drunk at your friend's place. Like my friend of mine used to live across the street from a McDonald's, and every time we get drunk at his place, we just drunk and stumble across the road.
I swear, McDonald's is like the place to be when you're fucking shit-faced.
Especially at 3 a.m.
Especially at 3 a.m. Yes.
Yeah, trust me. Like especially at 3 a.m.
Because they're always open.
Exactly. Like
yeah.
The fact that McDonald's doesn't close terrifies me still. It's just like, what are you guys doing overnight? Like what are you guys doing at 3 a.m.? Like
graveyard shift.
Oh god.
Oh dear god.
But yeah, like I worked at McDonald's, and that's what I get: 2 large fries and a junior chicken. Yeah. And I'd be satisfied because working at McDonald's, like you're constantly sweating because you're in the back of the hot kitchen and whatnot. And I can already tell you a few times, the manager at the McDonald's was also a massive penny pincher. Like a massive penny pincher. Like, so before we go on, I'm going to tangent here real quick, but working at McDonald's. So you know how McDonald's has the automatic fryers, right? You know, the automatic fry loader, and you put them in the fry thing, you put it down. No, sorry, you put it in the fry thing, you press a button, and the basket goes down automatically for you. That's it. It's super brain dead easy. However, though, when you take it out and move it to the fry holder and whatnot, so what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to shake it, then move it to the fry holder. So I would do that and move it over, but then the manager would be like, hey, what are you doing? You did that wrong. Like, what do you mean? All the oil's out. No, it's not. Oil dripped right there. Okay, what do you mean by that? Well, that's $5 right there. We lost $5 for you doing that. And I'm like, what?
You're spending all me money, SpongeBob.
Yeah, he was such a penny pincher. Like, he would actually get mad if you drop lettuce and tomatoes on the ground. Because it's like, that's product you're dropping, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, great, thanks. And I quit that job, though. Sorry, I didn't quit. I just didn't show up. I just stopped going. Because, you know, when you get sick of a fast food job, you just don't go. You just stop. Yeah. you just stop. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So for the next question, this one's gonna be spicy as fuck.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Like, how spicy are we talking? We're talking like Taki spicy. We're talking like
probably like habanero.
Habanero. Ooh, that's spicier than Taki's.
Yeah, I like habanero.
All right.
Like,
all right.
no, it's not gonna be too terrible, but it's gonna be a spicy. Yeah. So how about for this question, I want you to sort of like, from what you know about me as a friend and as a streamer and content creator, what are my 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses?
Oh, well, you see, your 3 weaknesses are you don't eat Takis.
You know what? That's all 3. Just don't eat Takis. Don't eat Takis.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shopping for that shit, and I can't find it anywhere.
You just go to like a mom and pop store.
I never find them. I've been looking.
That's so weird. Do you have like an Aldi's near you?
Well, there's an Aldi's like an hour away from me.
Well, they're guaranteed there. That's a
Good to know.
That's 100% guaranteed drop chance. Regardless, though, I don't know, Ember. Let's take a look at you here. I think your 3 strengths are that you're very outgoing. By the way, like you just go, like you just give her. Like, yeah. Like when we're in the public lobby, on VR chat a couple of days ago, you just walked up to me and brought like a gang of people with you, and you said they were all your friends. Did? Yeah, they've all followed you.
So it's so fucking funny.
You had me convinced. You heard me convinced.
I talked to one of them, and I'm like, yeah, can you like tell my friend Celestia that you knew me for like, we knew each other for like 6 months. So like I had her convince you.
You
And
both
we're
of
like
you,
we're like the best of buddies. We've like
oh my
collabed together and
God.
stuff.
You had me legitimately convinced that you two were like friends for months. You two streamed together, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what? That
no.
tracks because Ember does a lot of collab streams. Okay, that makes sense. You know, like she can.
I actually don't collab a whole lot.
I thought at the time I thought you
Yeah.
did, and I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. And afterwards, when Paige said no, we've been joking around with you the entire time. Like, what? No, you haven't. What? Are you serious? Come on now, don't do this to me.
But I guess I did. I don't know. Like I never felt like I brought them to you. I felt like you were bringing them to me because you. I guess it was like I don't know what it was. I think you were like coming out from a public world or something, and they followed us. Or I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, no, what happened was that I was at the mirror just vibing with like other people and whatnot. Some randos I found, and then
so you were the one who met them.
No, I didn't meet Paige. No, Paige was in the other room the entire time. So
you know what? That's fair.
That's fair. So that's the first strength, that you're very outgoing and you just give her. You don't care. You just talk to people. Yeah, you're really good at that. Secondly, you somehow find a way to find the light in every situation somehow, which is good. By the way, it's a good trait. By the way.
Yeah. You gotta
find the light in every situation. You know, you gotta find like the. I'm trying to think of the word right now. You know, like the good and the bad. You take the W's where you can find them, basically.
Yeah, take the W's, and then like I sort of like nod at the L's. I'm like, okay, you know, like I don't know, like when I have like a bad streamer have like some like bad stuff going on, I usually just kind of say like, you know what, that sucks, but it kind of I don't know, like I kind of take like I take like bad things that are happening as almost like a challenge. Like it's like I'm being challenged or tested in some way, and that I have to either I feel like failure is a good thing in a lot of ways because it's like it allows you to sort of like reflect within yourself and learn things about yourself you wouldn't have learned if you just were winning the whole time.
Exactly.
The thing is, yeah, it's like if you're just succeeding all the time, you're not really gonna learn anything about yourself. The times where you learn the most about yourself are when you're like down and out. Like as much as like, you know, if you're in a bad situation, you're like depressed. As much as that can really suck, that's actually a time in my belief, like it's like a time of like mental clarity. Like you can actually like take a serious look at yourself and say like and evaluate like what things in life that matter to you and what doesn't, and what needs to be thrown away and what doesn't. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like I kind of the same way. Like I'm kind of the same way, but not really. Like I'm just I also learn from my mistakes, but it takes me like a day or two of like just crying myself to sleep.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did mess up. Like I could do better than that. I'm gonna say the third strongest trait of you. Third pro, yes.
Third pro.
You're very knowledgeable in the LGBT scene. Like you're very knowledgeable with everything LGBT. Like very much so. Like you know more than I do when it comes to trans stuff, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I mean, I was very involved with the LGBTQ scene, especially in my area, because like I ran. I was one of the leaders in my high school's Gay Straight Alliance. Which during this entire time I was like running this GSA, I was still completely closet to my parents, to everybody. Yeah. So I had this like double life where like I would tell my parents, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to like a politics and debate club. You know, that's really it. And like I'll tell them that, and then I'll just do like GSA stuff. And on top of that, I also was involved in like my local community's LGBTQ chapter. Like in the local community, and I did a lot of like advocacy there. You know, I always try to raise money for LGBTQ causes, raise awareness in any way I could. And there was even a couple times I actually would go to school board meetings and like whenever there was LGBTQ issues brought up, you know, whether it be like trans bathroom, you know, bathroom stuff, like trans bathroom policies or something like that.
Yeah,
I would you know go to some of those and like speak and say like, hey, this is the situation. You know, you should really consider not being bigoted on this. You know, So like that's kind of like I've always had a passion for that. I've always have a passion for like civil rights and equal rights. I've written in like local newspapers about it. I've, I don't know. I was very, very active in it for a while, and I sort of dropped off in college. I got like a little cynical, but when I got back into streaming, it sort of rekindled a bit, because like Twitch has like a very supportive and charitable community, and I think so far, in like less than a year of me being a streamer, I've already raised like $1,200, for LGBTQ related causes. And I think that's like it's very encouraging to see that support. It's very encouraging to see that level of charity, being displayed. Like it's just really fucking awesome.
And this is why Ember is based, by the way, everyone. I'm not gonna lie. So I was kind of sheltered growing up with the LGBT stuff and whatnot. Like, I was aware gay people existed and lesbians existed, but I didn't know trans people existed till like I was 22. Like, yeah. And then, well, you know the story. Like, back in high school, I only played girl characters and role played as a girl. Blah blah blah. You know the tropes and whatnot. That was basically me in a nutshell. Yeah. And then I didn't know you're allowed to do that. And then I met my first trans person. I know it sounds like I'm talking about Pokemon. Pokemon. Transmon. Anyways, so I met like a trans woman at a local magic scene back in 2011, and unfortunately she was a bit of a dick and not a good person. So my viewpoint on trans people was not good at the time, admittingly. But then I learned my lesson though later on, like a year or so later. So after that point, it's just like, oh, okay, that's what they are, blah blah. But I was too scared to even approach LGBT topics at the time. Like I was just terrified of it. I'm just not gonna lie, I was just super scared. But then here we are. I skipped over so many details because gotta move on.
yeah, of course.
Your cons though.
Yes, my 3 weaknesses.
What's your constitution score?
My constitution score. Get
it?
You can be brutal on me. I promise. I'm very good with criticism.
Oh,
I'm very good with criticism.
You don't take losing well. I can already tell you that.
No, I do not. I really don't.
Like you say you take losing as like, yeah, I'm gonna learn from that, but at the same time you do. You don't take it well.
I do. Like I'll be like. I'll have like how it works is it's almost like a grief process thing where it's like I'll get really sad about it and I'll get really angry about it and then I'll accept it and just be like, okay, all right, this shit happened, whatever. Let's break down the situation and learn some shit.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things I've noticed about you. Another weakness of yours. I'm trying to think right now. You're too hard on yourself. Calm down.
Yep.
Calm down. You're too hard on yourself.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes,
come on, girly.
Am.
Don't make me. I'll come over there with Taco Bell. I'll do it. Don't make me do it. I will do it.
Yeah.
The third one. I'm trying to think right now what the third one could be for you, but I've only noticed those 2 aspects of you. I don't know. I can't think of a third one. TBH.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like,
if you can't.
Yeah, I can't think of a third one, honestly.
So for you, so your strength. So Celestia's strengths in my mind. So your first strength, honestly, like something I really admire about you is that you have this energy. Like you're so good at like cultivating a community and bringing people together. Like and that's something like I just really admire. Cause like like as much as you say like I'm outgoing, you're the one. Like if I didn't have you, I would not be able to go to VR Chat Public Worlds. Cause you're just like this outgoing person. You just sort of like attract people around.
I don't know how. I don't know how either. That's the thing. Like
it's like you're definitely like extroverted, and I don't know. Like I'm not sure if I am an extrovert too, but I'm definitely like ambivert, leaning to extrovert. But like you just have that way of like having a community, bringing people together, and just creating a really strong, tight knit group. And that's something like I always wish I could have done.
Yeah.
And I still like, I not to say that like I don't have a community, because I do have a community, and it's while it's small, it's like a really tight knit. Everyone's very supportive and great. But I look at you, and you just always bring people. You always attract people to yourself.
I don't know
awesome.
how. Like I was telling two friends about this last night, who are these two are absolutely terrified of public worlds. And
Yes.
so much so, one of them doesn't like. So one of them is somebody who, if there's more than 5 people in the world, they just leave. Like they just up and leave. Like they cannot handle more than 5 people.
Yeah, which that's always like crazy to me. But I at the same time I totally get that.
I get it too. I don't understand
Yeah.
it, but I get it. I'm not gonna argue about it and whatnot. That's just who they are.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. That's who they are. I accept them. And I don't know. I just go to public worlds, and I don't know what happens, but I just go to public world, talk to some people, walk out with 3 friends. Like, I don't know how it happened. Like, that happened last night, by the way. I have a story for later, by the way, involving my VR chat shenanigans. Just gonna say TLDR. I ended up in a mariachi band.
Oh, okay.
That's a TLDR right there. I'll tell more details later.
Yeah. Another strength of yours is that you're just a very supportive and sweet friend. Like you're someone who like you're trustworthy, and you always have your friend's corner. Like you always are at like your friend's corner. And like I feel like that's something, even though that's something that should be expected in friendships nowadays, it's so like it's something for myself, like I really see as like a big strength, because like especially as someone who like I have a hard time making friends, specifically like in a position where I have a hard time trusting people, and it takes me a very long time to like trust someone sometimes, and like even though like I can be like extroverted, and I can talk to people, and I can like make friends in VR chat, like getting to know someone like on a deeper level than just like what's the term, like in a deeper level than just like a friend, going from a friend to a close friend is like really hard for me. And like
I'm not gonna lie, that's the same way for me, by the way.
Yeah, it's like I get very like I just got screwed a lot of times in the past, and I got screwed. I got hurt a lot. I had I have some emotional trauma from stuff. So like it just takes me a while. And with you, I definitely warmed up quickly, because you just have that aura of just like, yeah, I got your back. You're very trustworthy.
And it's not because of my cute smile.
I mean, it adds to it, but like, but yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I do my best
though.
that.
Yeah.
As someone who I've been very much like abandoned and screwed in the past with older friends groups, so I always strive to not be like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just nice to have someone who's like a friend who like you can depend on and you can trust. Like that's just it's something that's so valuable to me. And the third strength is that I can tell like you're very, let's see, the third strength of yours, because I'm trying to think, I can tell like you're very flexible, and you're not afraid to try like new things. So like with your streams, you've kind of done a lot of different things in the past. I noticed like sometimes, like I remember when I first met you, you were doing like a lot of like Rainbow Siege, and you had some like people on, and you were like talk about stuff, or like I think I remember one time you were like streaming Guild Wars, and then now like I saw you did VR chat streams sometimes, and honestly like I think you should do more of those, because your VR chat streams were pretty fun. And like just having that ability to be like open to new ideas and to try new things, and you just exude creative energy, and I think that's a very good quality to have.
I try my best. Like I have no problem trying new things and whatnot. Like I don't know, like even back when I was like a teenager in high school with some D&D friends and whatnot, like, oh, look at this, we found this copy of Shadowrun, you want to play it? And I'm like, well, I've been playing D&D for the past like year or so, yeah, give it a shot, see what it's about and whatnot, And sometimes I'll have friends who'd be like, nah, I don't want to try that. I'm like, yeah, just try it though. Like it's a new thing. Like what's wrong with the new? Typically, like as I said in the past, so I am autistic, and typically that's a trait of ours is that we don't like trying new things. We're like going with the what's the word I'm looking for, the old fashioned basically, and that's not one of my traits. I love trying new things. Like, I want to try that, I want to try that, I want to try that. It's especially bad, by the way, for restaurants.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to try this and this and this and this.
It's like you want to try everything.
Yeah, and there's also the fact as well, like even with nerdy hobbies and whatnot, I'll be like, oh boys, Warhammer 40k army, I want to play this army. But that one over there, like, do I have $800? No. All right, never mind. Yeah, so thank you. I mean, that's why I aim to be.
Yeah. And in terms of like 3 weaknesses, so I see like so I'm gonna second on like the being hard on yourself part, because I know you've been like having a lot of issues with like your self-image, which I understand that's a very like common thing like for trans women. And I want to like piggyback off of that, because like I just want to say like your inner beauty is like unparalleled. Like you have like such an attractive personality. Like it's insane. I just want to be upfront and say that. And like when I see you get like hard on yourself about like your looks, and I'm like, girl, like there's so much more to you, like, and like you look adorable, but like your personality, just like there's so much more to you, and I want you to like acknowledge the depth of the person that is you and the individual that is you, and to look less at female beauty standards and more about what the beauty that is within you.
I'll try.
Yes. And a second one, I'm trying to think here. It's like, yeah, like we're both hard on ourselves.
But we both have the same like bad.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's just we put ourselves down, and it's just we both have to acknowledge like, yo, like we got some shit going on, we got some good shit going on,
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to think like what, like if anything else. So I think another thing is that like I'm trying to think. Because like I recall, like this is like more so like in friend situations. I notice it can be hard for you to like confront people about stuff sometimes. Which, I mean, it's a very common thing. I have the same problem myself, but like that is something I've definitely noticed.
Yeah, I'm not good at confronting people for doing stupid things.
Yeah, it's cause like you want to like love everybody, and you want everyone, like I totally get that. And what else? A third one. What's Celestia's weaknesses? Probably, I don't know. Third one's probably talkies.
Listen,
I feel like if I give you a talk, you could do anything. So
if you give me a bag of talkies, I'm good to go for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so that'll just be my third one.
Okay.